Now that we've spoken probably too much about armor rolls, today we're going to go to the left side of the screen and talk about weapon rolls, but more specifically, why things aren't really as interesting in terms of perk diversity. I'm sure that most of you playing by now have realized that Outlaw, Rampage, and Kill Clip are the de facto best weapon perks in the game, at least for typical primary workhorse weapons, specifically in PvE, although these perks are also incredibly good in PvP. For energy and power weapons, things do get a little more interesting, but each archetype has its own top-tier perk: full auto shotguns, snapshot snipers, archers tempo bows, you get it. I guess before we get into my little rant, since this video turned more into a rant than an actual guide on the best perks, I should actually talk about what I think good perks are on some guns, so here we go. All kinetic weapons are basically looking for Outlaw, Kill Clip, or Rampage. I think Rampage is better for PvE, with Kill Clip being better for PvP. It's really easy to keep up Rampage stacks in PvE, and it provides a higher fully stacked effect, while in PvP, you're not killing as often, but Kill Clip gives a big chunk right away with no ramp up time, and it still absolutely destroys people. Energy and power weapons have a bit more flexibility since you're not really looking for workhorse style perks, but rather perks that will enhance features. So for example, shotguns in PvP and I guess PvE, quick draw, slide shot, full auto, you'll be looking for that kind of stuff, along with basically any perks that increase range, except maybe minus smoothbore since that widens pellet spread. Snipers for PvP, you definitely want something like Snapshot on there. Kill Clip and Rampage can roll on the Raid Sniper, but Snapshot is my only true recommendation where I think you need to have it because it's just so good, especially on PC. Fusion rifles, honestly, I'm not even too sure. We'll talk about the fusion rifle buff in another video, hopefully after I've used them a bit more, but every time I've gotten a fusion rifle, it has bored me to death with its perks. We may talk about power weapons also in another video, but a lot of power weapon perks are kind of not that interesting, and power weapons in general are just kind of stale, except for nearly all of the exotics, if not all of them. Genesis and Kill Clip don't work together on rockets, which sucks because I think that might be one of the best PvE rolls for a rocket. Otherwise, it's just a lot of Genesis, Snapshot, Kill Clip, and auto-loading holster everywhere, with some Rampage and rangefinder capabilities on grenade launchers, but who's actually aiming down sights on their grenade launcher? Not many people. At least I don't think so, so there's no need. Not really super exciting. Quick launch and implosion rounds on rockets are generally good things to look out for. Anything that boosts velocity or explosion radius is welcome, or stuff like proxy grenades on grenade launchers for more forgiving explosion radii. So, you know, why? Why are Outlaw, Rampage, and Kill Clip so much better than everything else available? Well, one is just pure numbers, right? Rampage and Kill Clip increase damage, and you can almost permanently have these buffs applied in PvE, with Outlaw increasing your uptime via fast reloads to the point where you have almost no downtime. But it's also for a more abstract reason, and that is feel. You can see and feel these perks working when they are active. Rampage and Kill Clip you can literally see working because of increased damage numbers, Outlaw because of faster animations. They have noticeable effects to everyone no matter what. Dynamic sway reduction, on the other hand, has an effect, but you rarely feel it working. In fact, the only time I think I've recommended a stability-based perk as a top-tier perk was in Destiny 1 for the counterbalance perk, because it was the only one you could actually feel working. It's tough to feel Zen Moment working in the moment. It's tough to feel under pressure working in the moment. Tap the trigger, the stability part of threat detector. That's why so many of these perks are just unpopular. Not to mention that any stability-based perks ultimately rely on your ability to aim a gun as well. So if your aim is bad, then you're really not feeling the effects. On PC, weapons are incredibly stable as is, so there's almost no point in taking stability-based perks. Firmly planted. Anyone know what that does off the top of your head? It's bonus stability, accuracy, and handling when crouched. This perk could be turned into damage that ramps up the longer you stand completely still, maybe turning you into a glass cannon. Or the reverse, where you gain resilience and defense when standing still, acting like a tank. Is that good enough to compete with other perks? Who knows? Feels like we also have so many bonuses relating to crouching too. Field prep immediately comes to mind. Anytime I'm asked about a weapon roll, it really just comes down to, does it have 2 of these 3 perks? If yes, it's a good roll. If not, keep looking. The problem is also trying to compete with Outlaw, Kill, Clip, and Rampage. Should every perk in the game be a damage bonus or related to damage bonuses? Wouldn't that just get as boring or potentially unbalanced? How do you make a stability perk better than any of those 3 to the point where people are actively seeking it out? Is it even a big deal? Some perks are naturally going to be better than others, much like some guns are going to be better than others, so why do we need perk diversity? Well, to me, it just makes things a little more interesting. Anyway, that's my little ramble on weapon perks. Talk to me. How are we feeling about this situation? What would you like to see more of or less of? Is this even an issue worth discussing? What needs to happen? Searching for god rolls is fine, it's fun, but I think it's a shame when the majority of perks are not even worth considering in the slightest. Let me know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.